Hey YouTubers, my name is Valeria. Welcome to my new... Oh, shut up. Wait, we didn't discuss the name. I wanted to call it... Cut, please. I want to call it unscripted.
About 30 angry members of the 1 in 9 campaign gathered outside the Johannesburg High Court on Tuesday, May 11, to show solidarity with Khwezi, the woman who accused President Jacob Zuma of rape in 2006. The female protesters placed placards outside the High Court, warning women that the building is unsafe. They also marched to Cray Street, where a banner was placed, which reads, 4 years later, Zuma is president, Khwezi is in exile, where is the justice? The Mail and Guardian spoke to 1 in 9 members and people on the streets to find out their thoughts.
Today we are remembering Khwezi, the complainant in the Jacob Zuma matter, who 4 years ago had to listen to a judgment being handed down by this court, which kind of stripped her of dignity, which spoke about her past sexual history, which questioned her sexuality, who has now consequently have to been exiled for the last 4 years. Judgment was handed down on the 8th of May 2006. So today we're here saying we remember you, we haven't forgotten, and we know the injustice that carried on and happened to you in this court. And we're trying to tell them that they need to fix something. Women survivors are not safe in these courts. The conviction rates are too low. Rapists are let to go free every day. So we're in solidarity with other rape survivors who have to face the system, or the ones who choose not to.
Zuma didn't rape anyone. They just live nice.
Yeah.
They must not accuse Zuma, they say he rape. He didn't rape anything.
Even the husbands of the wives, they are no longer trustworthy because the president is leading by example. So how can we say we have the president of this kind, of this caliber? It's not a president at all. Viva!
We feel it's unjust that Khwezi is not able to come home, and that our president, Jacob Zuma, the man she complained against, is president, and that she's not able to come home because she was exiled by the behavior and the attitudes of the people who supported him during the rape trial.
The woman who accused President Jacob Zuma of rape in 2005 has died. Fezekile Kuzwayo, aged 41, commonly known as Khwezi, died in a Johannesburg hospital. The family has released a statement confirming her death. President Zuma was charged with rape in December 2005. He was acquitted by the High Court in Johannesburg 6 months later. Khwezi was diagnosed with HIV in 1990 and became an AIDS activist. She and her mother moved to the Netherlands in 2007 but returned to KwaZulu-Natal 5 years later.
Over 40% South African women will be raped in their lifetime. 1 in 4 cases will reach court. 14% of the perpetrators will be convicted. The question that we need to ask ourselves is that what happens to the rest? Madoda wenze njani? 40% is such a high number. 40% is almost all the women in South Africa, in our communities, in our households, in the workplace, everywhere we go, there is rape. Our little sisters are suffering. Even babies are being raped. Is it an issue of power? Is it a disease? Or what should we call it? What is it about us that urges you to rape us? Is it an inherent disability? Or it is just greed that leads you to want to plunder the beauty of women? Remember Fezekile, Ntsukela, Kuzwayo, raped so many times during the struggle and after the struggle. Raped in exile at 5, 12, and at 13 by men her family knew personally. Men that were supposed to protect her, look after her, nurture her, and care for her. She was raised in a home where she was supposed to find comfort from those men, because in those times South Africa was in a turmoil. At 31, she is raped by her father's best friend. Men, you have no shame. Even the children of your best friends cannot be found in your company. Even the children of your siblings cannot be found in your company. Whatever went wrong, kwenzenjani, madoda. It is high time that you guys need to do something deeper than self-introspection. You need to go back to the roots of what manhood is, because this is not it. Rape is violence. It takes away the life of a person. It's a form of an erasure of an individual. What is it about us, black South African women, that coerces you guys to rape us? You need to go back to your circles, the kind of company that you guys keep. You need to ask yourselves at Groove, why is it that you want the girls to be overly intoxicated? Is that the only way you can find a girl to lie with you? Whatever happened to consent? Whatever happened to asking for a woman to lie with you? Why is it that you have to trick her? You have to lie to get her into your bed? There are women out there that are willing to have sex at any time, but it always seems that you want sex from the women that aren't willing. It always seems as if there's a form of power that you want to take away from her. It always seems that you want to take her down a peg. Madoda wenzenjani? Gwakhala nyonini? What went wrong? Remember Fezekile, Ntsukela, Kuzwayo, a woman who was raped multiple times with no remorse. Men were taking from her whenever it pleased them. Men that were close to her family, men that should have carried her and watched her grow. Displaced by the forces of power and politics, she found herself in Netherlands with her mother. Thrown away in the diaspora, experiencing the complexities of being in a foreign land. Why? Why did she have to go through all of that? Why were her rights taken away from her like that? As feminists, we will say her name. We will not call her Khwezi because her full name is Fezekile Ntsukela Kuzwayo. When she came back to South Africa, she had the desire to vote for the very first time. She was removed. Her name was erased from the books of South Africa. There's a saying that says absolute power corrupts absolutely. Those were power dynamics at play. 40% of South African women will be raped in their lifetime. One of the 4 cases will go to trial. 14% of all the men who rape in South Africa will be convicted. For how long? We don't know. Because the system does not protect the victim, but it protects the perpetrator. Once again, I say, rape is violence. Men need to go back to the drawing board. You need to regroup and find yourselves. You need to search yourselves spiritually, because this is not a world we want to find ourselves in. This is not a world we want to live in. This is not the South Africa I was born into. This is not a South Africa I want to exist in. When my 15-year-old brothers, converse about how, they beat up girls that do not want to consent to kissing them, that's where the problem is. The foundations are shaking. The ground is not leveled up. Madoda kwenze njani? Whatever went wrong? Why are you not teaching the children? Why are you absent fathers? Why are you not there for your girl and your boy children? You can only save us. You can only talk to each other and bring forth change.
Thank you very much indeed. Please be seated. Deputy President, the NC, the country. This is a testament to the progress we are making, the people and the municipal government. Hey. Remember,
thank you very much. Thank you very much. We want to apologize to the President for the disruption that just
Why are they No, why?
Go that side and go.
I am Kanga. I wrap myself around the curvaceous bodies of women all over Africa. I am the perfect night dress on those hot African nights, the ideal attire for household chores. I secure bodies happily on their mothers' backs. Am the perfect gift for new bride and new mother alike. Armed with proverbs, I am the vehicle for communication between women. I exist for the comfort and convenience of a woman. But no, make no mistake. I am not here to please a man. And I certainly am not a seductress. Please don't use me as an excuse to rape. Don't hide behind me when you choose to abuse. You see, that's what he said, my malume, the man who called himself my daddy's best friend. Shared a cell with him on Robben Island for 10 whole years. He said, I wanted it. That my kanga said it. That with it I led him to my bed. That with it I want you is what I said. But what about the no I uttered with my mouth? Not once, but twice. And the please no I said with my body. What about the tear that ran down my face as I lay stiff with shock? In what sick world is that sex? In what sick world is that consent? The same world where the rapist becomes the victim. The same world where I became the bitch that must burn. The same world where I am forced into exile because I spoke out. This is not my world. I reject that world. My world is a world where fathers protect and don't rape. My world is a world where a woman can speak out without fear for her safety. My world is a world where one but no one is above the law. My world is a world where sex is pleasurable, not painful. This is also my home. A poem by Fezekile, Ntsukela, Kuzwayo. Remember her. Say her name. Say her real name. Her name was not Khwezi. Her name was Fezekile Ntsukela Kuzwayo. Suffered from depression and she couldn't even complete her varsity years. She couldn't get qualifications because of, the medication that she was put in. This is not the world that we want to find ourselves in. This is not the South Africa that we want to find ourselves in. Our malume need to protect us. Bomalume, protect the children. Fight for the children. Speak for the children. Remember Khwezi. Her name was not Khwezi. Remember Fezekile Ntsukela Kuzwayo. And all the women that were subjected to pain from their lovers, from their brothers, from their malume. Bomalume, stand up for the children. Stand up for the women. Stand up for the boy children that are running around in the Kasi streets protected by no one. Speak for those children. Fight for those children. I will always remember Fezekile. I didn't have the opportunity to meet her, but her story echoes in my heart every single day because she is not the only victim of rape. In our residences, Girls are raped all the time, and we are supposed or expected to protect the perpetrator. Because why? Why are we protecting the perpetrators? Why are we protecting people that are taking from us? People who want to erase our existence. Remember Fezekile, Ntsukela, Kuzwayo, and all the women that lost their lives because of the mercilessness of a man. Remember how brutal Karabo Mokoena suffered. Remember all these people that are losing their lives in the hands of men. Madoda, wenze njani? Where did things go wrong? What have we done to deserve this? What has the black female body done to deserve this? When will we be free? When will we walk the streets as liberated as men are? When will we find our freedom?